Tagore poems beautiful too. I shall gladly suffer. I shall gladly suffer the pride of culture to die out in my house, if only in some happy future I'm born a herd boy in the Brinda forest. The herd boy who graces his cattle sitting under the banyan tree and idly weaves gunja flowers into garlands, who loves to splash and plunge in Jamuna's cool deep stream. He calls his companion to wake up when morning dawns, and all the houses in the land hum with the sound of the churn. Clouds of the dust are raised by the cattle. The maidens come out in the courtyard to milk the king. As the shadows deepen under the tall trees and the dust gathers on the river banks, when the milkmaid, while crossing the turbulent water, trembling with fear, and the loud peacocks with awls outspread dance in the forest, he watches the summer clouds. When the April night is sweet as a fresh brown flower, he disappears in the forest with the peacock's plume in his hair. The swing ropes are twinned with flowers of the branches. The south wind throbs with music, and the merry shepherd boy is crowd on the banks of the blue river. No, I will never be the leader, brothers, of this new age of New Bengal. I shall not trouble to light the lamp of the culture of the benighted. If only I could be born in the shady Ashoka grows in some village of Brinda, where milk is churned by the maidens. Beautifully beautiful. Authorship. You say that father writes a lot of books, but what he writes I don't understand. He was reading to you all evening, but could you really make out what he meant? What nice stories, mother, you can tell us. Why can't father write like that, I wonder? Did he never hear from his own mother stories of giants and fairies and princesses? Has he forgotten them all? Often when he gets late for his bath, you have to call him 1,000 times. You wait and keep his dishes warm for him, but he goes on writing and forgets. Father always plays at making books. If I ever go to play in father's room, you come and call me. What a naughty child. If I make the slightest noise, you say, don't you see that father is at his work? What's the fun of always writing and writing? When I take a father's pen and pencil and write upon his book, just as he does A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, why don't you get across with me then, mother? You never say a word. When father writes, when father wears such heaps of paper, mother, you don't seem to mind at all. But if I take only one sheet of paper to take a boat with, you say, child, how troublesome you are. But what do you think of father spoiling sheets and sheets of paper with black marks all over both sides? Baby's ways. If baby only wanted to, he could fly to heaven this moment. It is not for nothing that he does not leave us. He loves to rest his head on the mother's bosom and cannot ever bear to lose sight of her. Baby know all manner of wise words. Though few on earth can understand their meaning, it is not for nothing that he's never want to speak. The only thing he wants is to learn mother's words from mother's lips. That is why he looks so innocent. Baby had a heap of gold and pearls, yet he came like a beggar on this earth. It is not for nothing he came to such a disguise. This dear little naked mendicant pretends to be utterly helpless so that he may beg for mother's wealth of love. Baby was so free from every tie in the land of the tiny crescent moon. It was not for nothing he gave up his freedom. He knows that there is a room for endless joy in mother's little corner of her heart, and it is sweeter far than the liberty to be caught and pressed in her dear arms. Baby never knew how to cry. He dwelt in the land of the perfect bliss. It is not for nothing he has chosen to shed tears, though with smile of his dear face he draws mother's yearning heart to him, yet his little cries over tiny troubles weave the double bond of pity and love. Tired of waiting. Tired of waiting, you burst your bonds, impatient flowers before the winter had gone. Glimpses of the unseen comer reached your wayside watch, and you rushed out running and panting impulsive jasmine, troops of righteous roses. You were the first to march to the breast of death. Your clamor of color and perfume troubled the air. You laughed and pressed and pushed each other, bared your breast and dropped in heaps. The summer will come in its time, sailing in the full tide, flood tide of the south wind, but you never counted slow moments to be sure of him. You recklessly spent your all in the road in the terrible joy of faith. You heard his footsteps from afar and flung your mantle of death for him to tread upon. Your bonds break even before the rescuer is seen. You make him your own ere he can come and claim you. I would ask for still more. The gardener. Why do you whisper so faintly? Why do you whisper so faintly in my ears, O death, my death? When the flower droops in the evening and cattle come back to their stalls, you steadily come to my side and speak words that I do not understand. Is this how you must woo and win me with the opiate of drowsy murmur and cold kisses, O death, my death? Will there be no proud ceremony of our wedding? Will you not tie up with a breath your tawny coiled locks? Is there none to carry your banner before you? And will not the night be fire with your red torchlights? O death, my death, come with your conch shell sounding, come in the sleepless night. Dress me with a crimson mantle and grasp my hand and take me. Let your chariot be ready at my door, with your horses hanging impatiently. Raise my wheel and look at my face proudly, O death, my death. Authorship. I dreamt. I dreamt that she sat by my head, tenderly ruffling my hair with her fingers, playing the melody of her touch. I looked at her face. She struggled with my tears till the agony of the unspoken words burst my sleep like a bubble. I sat up and saw the glow of the Milky Way above my window like a world of silence on fire, and I wondered if at this moment she had a dream that rhymed with mine. There is a looker on. There is a looker on who sits behind my eyes. I, I seem he has seen things in the ages and the worlds beyond memory's shore and those forgotten sights. Glisten on the grass and silver on the leaves. He has seen under the new wheels the face of the one beloved into light hours of many an ember star. Therefore the sky seems to ache with the pain of countless meetings and partings and longing for west, this spring breeze, the longing that is full of the whisper of ages without beginning. Aha! Wow! Enjoying life.